Hi, calc class. All right, so here is the second day of area between two curves with respect to y. This is our third day on this. We'll probably have one more day with just a practice day. And then we can move on to volume. So again, here is our area. So keep in mind that it is right minus left, right? When you have y values, it's kind of the opposite of what you'd expect, right? When we do x's, it's up and down, top minus bottom. With y's, it's right minus left. All right, pause the video, try this on your own. Do not use a calculator. So we need to find where the region, how to make the region. So we have to find where these are equal to each other. So y to the fourth equals 2 minus y squared. So y to the fourth plus y squared minus 2 equals 0. That's y squared plus 2 minus 1. Y squared minus 1 is y plus 1. Y minus 1, and then y squared plus 2 does not factor. So we get plus or minus 1. So that means my integral is going to be from -1 to 1. Now we have to figure out which one's on the right, which one's on the left. So if I were to graph this, a y to the fourth looks like a y squared. It's just skinnier. So that's y to the fourth. And then 2 minus y squared would be here. And so that looks like that. So that's our region. And you can see that doing this in terms of y is the best method because left minus right makes a nice line there. That's like our dy value. Going up and down would make it much more complicated. So we need the one on the right is the red one. So that's our 2 minus y squared. 2 minus y squared minus y to the fourth dy. Do the antiderivative. 2y minus y cubed over 3 minus y to the fifth over 5 from -1 to 1. Plug in, and I get 2 minus 1/3 minus 1/5 minus -2 plus 1/3 plus 1/5. So we end up getting, let's see, we get 2 and minus 2, so you get 4 minus 2/3 minus 2/5. 4 minus, let's see, 15. So that's 10 and 6, 16. So 60 minus 16 over 15 is 44 over 15 is my answer. And that's it. Not crazy hard. The ones in terms of y tend to not be difficult if we're doing them by hand because it's just too complicated otherwise. All right, second one, pause the video, try this one on your own again. So I'm going to set them equal, just like always. So this is the cubed root of 2y equals y over 2. I'm going to cube each side. 2y equals y to the third over 8. Let's see, I'm going to go over up here. 16y equals y to the third. Get 0 on one side. Y cubed minus 16y. Factor out the y. Y squared minus 16. Y plus 4, y minus 4. So we have 3 points here. Y equals 0 and plus or minus 4. which means this is going to be 2 regions. So let's do a graph. So the cubed root of 2y, that's an x cubed. So that one's going to look like that. And then y over 2 is 2x. So we have 2 regions here, which is kind of frustrating because then it's just more work. So -4 to 0. Now on top, on the left, I have the cubed root. So 2y to the 1/3 minus the line, y over 2, plus 0 to 4. Now we're going to flip them. Y over 2 is first, minus 2y to the 1/3 dy. Let's see, so we add 1, so 2y to the 4/3. And remember, so 3 over 4, but then we have to divide by the 2 also. So it's really 3 over 8 minus y squared over 4 from -4 to 0. And then over here, y squared over 4 minus 3 over 8 2y to the 4/3 from 0 to 4. Ugh, this one's going to be annoying to plug into. Okay, let's see. If we plug in 0, we get 0, so that's nice. Minus, we plug in -4, that's 3 over 8. That's the cubed root of -8 is -2. -2 to the 4th is 16. Minus 16 over 4 is 4. And then over here, we plug in 4, and we get that 4 again. Minus 3 over 8. The cubed root, that was 16. Minus 0. So -48 over 8. Why am I doing that when I can divide first? So -6 plus 4 plus 4 minus 6. So that's 8 minus 12. I got -4. I feel like that's wrong and the answer should be 0. -6. 16 over 4 is 4. No, that's what I got. I'm going to go with it. Unless I made a mistake somewhere. Check my work. Yell at me if it's wrong. Alright, so let f be a function given by f of x, 4x squared minus x cubed, and let the line L be y equals 18 minus 3x, where L is tangent to the graph of f. So they have this point of intersection right here. So we actually need to find that for this problem because we want to find the region, the area of region S. So we need that point. Now, you could set these equal. However, if you set these equal, solving is really, really annoying. So I'm going to do it instead. Since they're tangent, their slopes are equal. So I'm going to set the slope of the line equal to the slope of the function. So the slope of the function, the derivative, 8x minus 3x squared, equals the slope of the line, which is -3. So I'm just using the functions and I set their derivatives equal to each other. So we end up getting 3x squared minus 8x minus 3 equals 0. If I factor that, 3x, x, minus 3 plus 1. So this gives me my -1/3, and this equals 3. So the answer, so this point, the x value has to be 3. So 3 And then comma, if I plug into one of the functions, plug into the line, I get 18 minus 9, which is 9. So that is that point of intersection. We also need this point. We also, well, both of these points really, right? So take a second. What are those 2 points? So if we take our function 4x squared minus 3x and we find its zeros, so if I factor out x squared, I'm left with 4x minus x. Sorry, 4 minus x. I always make silly little mistakes when I'm doing these. 4 minus x equals 0. So this point is 4, right? And then the line, set that equal to 0, and this is 6, right? 18 minus 3x equals 0, so we get x equals 6. So those are the points. We have the x value 3, the x value 4, and the x value 6. Now, in an ideal world, we would do this in terms of y, which would make life easier. However, if you look at this function, if you tried to solve for x, that I don't even remember how to do that. Maybe I learned it in Calc 3, but I don't remember. So we're not going to do that. We have to break this up into 2 pieces. So I'm going to do this left region. I did not mean to do that way, but whatever. I'm going to call that region A and region B. Okay. So we're going to integrate from 3 to 4. The top function is the line, 18 minus 3x, minus the bottom function, 4x squared minus x cubed dx, plus, from 4 to 6, I'm just going to integrate the line, 18 minus 3x. So simplifying that doesn't make sense. So 18x minus 3x squared over 2 minus 4/3 x cubed plus x to the 4th over 4 from 3 to 4. Now this is a calculator problem, so I would not actually bother doing this on the AP test. And then we have 18x minus 3x squared over 2 from 4 to 6. So I plugged it in my calculator, and the final answer was 7.619. I'm not going to bother. Okay, now I feel like I'm remembering it wrong, and it was 7.916. It's one of those. It's really close to that. Don't bother. If it's a calculator problem, I'm not going to waste my time. All right, so for homework, I want you to do the AP problems. This is the last day that I'm going to make you do this by hand. Starting tomorrow, we will be doing problems using a calculator. So please do these by hand for practice. If there's a no calculator section, you need to be able to do this by hand, and it's just good practice for the antiderivative. All right, so let's see. Whose picture is it today? Yesterday I put Autumn, so let's do Hannah today. All right. Have a fabulous day, guys. Email me if you have questions. I will talk to you tomorrow, Thursday. Bye.